Hey, welcome back. It's Tuesday. Big topic for today, talking with teachers, not you, but your child, okay? How are they going to get that time? Talking with adults of any kind sometimes will be intimidating for kids. So here is your part. 4-step process straight out of the book, Parents Guide to the Middle School Years. Yep, shameless plug. Step number 1, you've got to prepare for progress. And by that I mean you really need to sit down, take some time with your child. And this, of course, is assuming that there are questions that need to be answered, right? Your child has a question, they're not really understanding some of the content in class, but for whatever reason, they're not asking the questions during the class. It's really going to take some follow-up outside of the regularly scheduled class. So this is the situation that we're talking about. Questions come up. So step number 1, prepare for progress. How do you do that? Sit down and actually create just a short list, 1, 2, 3 questions maybe, that are very specific. Very specific. It's not enough to say, I just don't understand. Can you help me? That's not going to help a math teacher with algebra trying to help your child understand, what the algebraic equation is and how to solve it. That's not going to, I don't get it, that's not going to do it either. So what are the specific questions? Sometimes it helps to look at homework, identify a couple of key problems or questions maybe in an English text, bring those to the meeting with the teacher. And again, this is the meeting that your child is going to have, right? Not you. Not you. You're kind of out of the loop when it comes to sitting down and talking with a teacher just about that basic academic progress. These are conversations that your child can now have with the teacher, but maybe the first time. So your role in this is to help your child prepare for progress. So you're doing that again by 1, 2, 3 short questions. Second, now we do a little bit of role play. This is my engage phase. This is take some time, act the teacher role, have your child be the student, of course, and have that one-on-one conversation. Again, we're looking for maybe 5 minutes where, a child comes in, hey, I have a question, can you help me with, or really, what was that question about, how can I help you, and just familiarize the child with a little bit of that role play. That, of course, just increases the likelihood that something beneficial is going to come out of that meeting, and it gives your child a little bit more confidence to be able to step in and have a productive conversation with the teacher. Number 3 out of the 4 here, number 3 is you've got to ask for time. Not you, of course, but your child. So either before the class begins or right as classes are changing, right? They have that passing period in between one class to the next. During that time, either before or after class, it's a simple question to the teacher from your child. Do you have 2 minutes that I can talk with you about some things I wasn't understanding, right? It's just a couple, 2 minutes, right? Either before school, after school, sometime soon. Try not to have that conversation in those 2 minutes right after class gets done. You ask for 2, you get 5 to 10, but you really want that conversation to happen outside of the school day or perhaps during lunch, right? Not preferable, but it's an okay time because you're going to get a few more minutes of the teacher's time. So ask for time. That's number 3. Finally, you've got the time, you've done the role play, your child goes in, they have the great conversation. Number 4, follow up. Follow up. Follow up with your child. Hey, how did it go today talking with Mrs. Smith? Right? How'd that conversation go? Did you bring up any questions that we hadn't talked about? Did you get the answers you were looking for? So number 1, you've got to follow up with your child. Number 2, you've got to follow up with the teacher. This is really the only time that you're actively engaged. And all it is a quick email. It's a voicemail. Hey, I just wanted to call and follow up. I appreciate the time you took to talk with my son today. Just wanted to make sure that everything came out all right. All right. 4 steps. Gave you a little bit of detail, again, right out of the book. So wanted to share something that was practical. Wanted to share something that I think is timely for this time of the year. So have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Take care.